Hi everybody, it's Christina from Card Making Magic. So today I'm here with the nested fancy frames, and in this set we have squares, circles, ovals and rectangles. Now we've also got two word sets in this, and one is thoughtful words and the other is special words. Now in the videos that I've done so far I have used the rectangles and the ovals. So today we're going to use the circles. Now with this set, just the same as I showed you with the rectangles set, you have lots of opportunities to make different shaped cards. So using this die we've created the circular card, and I've created that into a top folding card that will stand on its own. I've also made an easel card. Then I've made a card that has a panel on the front, and for this one I've used the die to cut into the card and create a beautiful front for that design. And you can do lots more with these, just as I showed you with the rectangles dies. So today, using these dies, I'm going to show you how I've made this really pretty gatefold card. So using my scoreboard and the A4 gatefold card, I have just scored my card, turned it round and scored it again. And this is just an A4 piece of card. Now once I've done that, I can fold the card in. And I'm going to crease it nice and sharply with my bone folder. So the thing that determines how long I want this card is how big the die is. And I'm going to sit it on my card like this, and these little top notches are my guideline, and I'm going to trim the card down to this size. So once I've trimmed this down, the card is just under 6 inches. So now I can open the card out, and with another piece of the same type of card I'm going to lay it inside and leave just 2 small borders around 2 sides, and then make little marks with my pencil and trim that piece out. So once I have my panel cut, I'm going to take the filigree die and I'm going to lay it on that panel. And I'm going to keep these rounded points at the top and bottom. And I'm going to put that through the die cutting machine. And now once I've done that, because I haven't used the outer die, I have that pattern in my card. And once I've got rid of all these little bits that are in it, they come out really easy. I shall have this to layer inside the panel in my card. Now to make that stand out a little bit more, I'm going to back it onto a colour. So I thought I would use navy blue, which is a colour that I don't use very often to make cards. And I'm going to create my panel for this the same way that I did for the white one. So once I have this panel cut, I may need to trim this one out just a little bit more. And once I've done that, I have a nice little border around the edges, and they can now be fitted inside my card. Now for the front of the card, and using the same large die, I have cut a piece in navy blue and a piece in white, and it's on the white one that I'm going to add the filigree pattern and put that through the die cutting machine. And then once I've done that, I have got another piece that is going to sit on the top of the piece that I've just cut. So once I have these cut, I can add some glue and fasten these two pieces together. So I'm just going to marry up the patterns in the die cuts and make sure that they fit nice and neatly together. Now the glue will dry clear. So once I've done that, I'm going to use these two rounded points as my guideline, and I'm going to put those onto the card, and then with a pencil I'm just going to make a little mark, and that is where I'm going to cut this panel in half. So once I've cut these two in half, before I add them to the front of my card, I have found some navy blue and white spotty card, and I'm going to create two panels for the gate flaps on my card, just to make it look a little more interesting. So again, I've found out where the mark is, I've made where the corner is, I've made a little mark just in and just up from the bottom, and I'm going to trim that panel out, and I'm going to repeat it for the other side as well. And so once I have my two panels, I'm going to put these on either side of the card. Now I'm going to make sure that they're up to that centre line, but they will leave just a small border around three sides, and I'm going to repeat that on the other side as well. Make sure it's up to the line, make sure that they're level with each other at the top and the bottom, and it leaves a small border around three of the sides. So once you have these glued in place, you can now add these other panels, and again make sure that they're level at the top and the bottom, and add those to your card. Your inside is decorated neatly. We can now take the rest of the dies and add more decoration to the front. So with the next pieces down, I have cut two of these in navy blue, and from the spotty paper I've cut two of these that will sit on top. Now one of these will go on the front like so, and the other one will fit inside, and that will sit like this. So you'll need to make sure that you marry the patterns up with the scallops in the card. So we've added one piece to the centre of the card. Now this piece is only going to be fastened on one side, so you'll need to find out where your centre is, make a little mark, and you're only going to add glue to one side of it. And once you've done that, you can add this to your card. Make sure that the patterns marry up again. Glue that in place. And now when you close your card and open it, it will open quite easily. So once I have these glued in place, from some parchment and some gold card, I've taken the best wishes from the special words, and I have cut this out, and that's going to be added to the front of my card. So we'll just pop that on the end just to hold it down. Now I've also chosen some flowers that I'm going to add along the outside rim of this card. So I'm going to mirror the flowers on either side. So I have navy blue and white flowers, and they're going to be added along here. And I've got some little rosebuds that I'm also going to tuck into the display. So just have a dry run first of all to see where you would like your flowers, and then when you're happy with the result, you can go ahead and glue them in place. So this is why it's always a good idea to have a practice run first, because the flowers on this side I added to the wrong side of the stem. So they're now going to sit this way so that it mirrors this image along here. So now I need to just add some glitter to these flowers. So we'll just dot some glue onto the petals. And then with the glitter we'll just sprinkle it over the top, Once the glue has dried, it will dry clear. It will also dry flat. So all that will show on your flowers then is the beautiful sparkle from your glitter. Now wait till it's dry, and then with a soft brush just brush over the rest of the card, and that will get rid of all the rest of the glitter that's on there. And if you have glue strings on there that you don't like or that don't look very pretty, just take your heat tool to it and quickly go over it, and that will just dissolve all the glue strings. And as a final touch, I found some gold sequins in my stash box, and I'm just going to add just a few, in fact just 3, to the front of my card, and that's it finished. So there's my finished gatefold card in navy blue and white, decorated on the inside and matching flowers on the front. I've used the Nested Fancy Frames Circles die and the Best Wishes from the Special Words set. This is the other one I've created, and I made that into a birthday card. Now I will add photographs at the end of this video to show you the other cards that I've created using the same set, and there will be more photographs on my blog, which is Flowers, Ribbons and Pearls. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me on the next one. And why not subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, and then you'll always be aware when I add a new video. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.